Monika, and welcome to another video where I talk about Passover stuff with you. I'm going to be talking about the do's, the don'ts of keeping kosher for Passover, Reformed Jew edition. Without further ado, I welcome you to Passover with Monika, part 7. Okay, so, keeping kosher for Passover. Kosher for Passover. Kosher for Passover. What does it mean? Pretty simple. During the week of Passover, practicing Jews eat matzah and don't eat chametz or kitniot. Typically, there's a cleaning out of all the not kosher for Passover foods in the fridge, in the pantry, and wherever else you eat your food. You could go the extra mile and just kosherify your whole kitchen space with like boiling water. Personally, I just keep kosher for Passover with the foods that I eat. So matzah and no chametz and kitniot. Chametz. Chametz. What is chametz, Monika? Basically, it's leavened food. So like wheat, barley, rye, oats, spelt, and then anything else that appears to be puffed up. There's no leavening agents here. No yeast. Put down that sourdough bread. No bread for you today or this week. And I know we all love bread. We love breadcrumbs. We love cake. Monika, what can I do? You can have matzah meal, or matzah cake meal. That's what you can substitute. But Monika, didn't you just say eat matzah? Isn't matzah made from wheat? So yes, matzah is made from wheat. But from the time of harvesting it to the time of incorporating it into your thing, it's closely guarded and kept from anything wet. This matzah must remain completely dry. And technically, flour takes 18 minutes for it to rise. So matzah can be made in 18 minutes or less. Actually, matzah must be made in 18 minutes or less. So no flours of any kind is basically what chametz is, which brings us to kitniot. Kitniot. This one's a little controversial. So, kitniot first. What is it? What is it? Kitniot is any food that contains rice, corn, millet, dried beans and lentils, peas, green beans, soybeans, peanuts, sesame seeds, poppy seeds, mustard. And so why is it controversial? Well, there are many different opinions on whether or not kitniot should be avoided during Passover. So there are two main Jewish groups, Ashkenazi and Sephardic. Ashkenazi Jews are the ones that typically keep kitniot out of their diet during Passover, while Sephardic Jews, they keep it. It's fine for them. And so recently, this kitniot debate has been overruled by 3 separate different rabbinical authority groups. They all got together separately and decided that this practice goes against almost all of the opinions of the Mishnah and the Talmud. So keeping kitniot out of your diet during Passover is really a preference thing. Personally, I keep it out. There are also certain meats that are a no-no. So meats like pork, shellfish, lobster, shrimp, crab, rabbit, and seafood without fins or scales. And any products that contain these ingredients in their production. So yes, that does mean that there are kosher for Passover marshmallows. There's also this law that says no meats with any dairy products. So like no cheeseburgers, no chicken Alfredo. The way I learned this law, or at least I remember learning it, is no meat that is bathed in its mother's milk. Yeah. So if that doesn't keep you from eating meat with dairy, I don't know what will. So what can I eat for Passover? Any kind of vegetable, excluding those listed under kidney oat. Any kind of fruit, eggs and egg whites, beef, chicken, turkey, duck, goose, or fish with scales. Broth from kosher meats and vegetable-based broths. Nuts, nut flours, and pure nut butters with no additives. You can't have corn syrup because there's corn in it, so no corn syrup. Quinoa! Many dairy products like cheese and yogurt. Once again, if they are not mixed with corn syrup. Spices, herbs, any packaged and or processed product with a kosher for Passover stamp of approval is typically considered kosher for Passover. If it says kosher for Passover, I'd believe it's kosher for Passover. So typical food eaten during Passover is matzo ball soup, matzah, chocolate-covered matzah, braised beef, gefilte fish, potato kugel, knishes, chopped liver, borscht, zimis, macaroons, manischewitz wine, blintzes. And these are only a few of many different foods that you can eat during Passover. Passover doesn't mean that, like, you can't eat anything. It just means that you gotta be inventive. Thank you so much for watching Passover with Monika. I hope you have a meaningful and wonderful Passover, and if you don't celebrate Passover, I hope you have a meaningful and wonderful week. Bye!